Hey, so we are back again and we are rounding up our Global Diploma Masterclass for the month of May to July. We've started the journey together and we've been spending quality time learning and sharing every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And our amazing lecturers, almost 10 of them, has really done justice and they have imparted us with valuable informations on mindset, personal development, emotional intelligence, artificial intelligence, financial intelligence, leadership, and management. So let's start off with our prayer.
Dear God, we came to you in prayer with a humble heart. Please guide us and give us strength as we navigate through this day. Help us to be a vessel of your love and kindness to make a positive impact in the world.
May your presence be with me always, and may I always strive to do your will. Thank you for your blessings and for the gift of life. Amen.
Okay, now we need to move quickly to introduce our amazing Dr. Nodi B. King David, PhD, HFDBML, the Registrar of Awedo Business Management and Leadership Institute, Nigeria. And he will be sharing with us and even conclude his section today with amazing assignment and test on leadership and management. If you have missed all this series of his sections, please visit YYCI.tv and watch all the videos. You will never be the same because your knowledge will be upgraded, and you are next to your next level. Ambassador Dr. Nodi King David is an excellent leader, leadership, and philanthropy. Dr. King David is a trailblazer in the realms of academia, leadership, and philanthropy, representing the highest standards of knowledge, service, and integrity. With 4 doctorate degrees spanning human resource management, social work, hospitality management, and public administration, Dr. King has established himself as a formidable intellectual force. His relentless pursuit of excellence continues as he embarks on a journey on Doctor of Business Administration, DBA, in corporate governance and leadership at ANAN University Business School at Abuja, further deepening his expertise in corporate governance and leadership. That is the reason why we've been so blessed, being equipped, empowered, educated by Dr. King David, because Dr. King David's academic journey is as remarkable as his achievements. Starting with a HND in mass communication, he went on to earn a first degree Bachelor of in Accounting and a master's degree in Business Management with distinction. He holds a PhD in Human Resources Management from Ignatius Aguirre's University of Education and has published numerous works, including the impactful books Why Watch Us Cry? Wow! Making a Difference, Tears of Orphans, among others. Beyond his academic credentials, Dr. King David is a committed philanthropist and education advocate. His passion for service is evident in his tireless work with orphans, widows, and vulnerable groups. He has sponsored over 5,000 youth and children, providing scholarship, free JAM registration, and mentorship, helping them overcome barriers to education and empowering them for a brighter future. His foundation, Lifetime Caring International, has trained over 5,000 orphans, supported more than 3,000 youth in acquiring vital skills, and provided food and clothing to thousands in need across the nation. Dr. King David's leadership extends to his role as the visionary founder and Registrar General of Awedu Institute of Business Management and Leadership, AIBML, an institution designed to nurture the next generation of leaders and professionals. His extensive contributions to community development and global leadership are also reflected in his volunteer work with major international organizations such as Economic Community of West Africa, ECOWAS, United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, and International Monetary Fund, IMF. A man of integrity and tenacity, Dr. King David has earned numerous prestigious awards throughout his career, including the UN Eminent Ambassador title in 2022 and several accolades for his outstanding humanitarian efforts. He is also a senior member of the International Organization of Management Professionals, SIOMP, Fellow of the Chartered Institute of Administrator and Secretarial Studies, FCAS, and a Chartered Knowledge Manager, CKM, among many other recognition. If I continue like this, then we will miss out some of the lectures because we don't want him to rush away. We want to gain because this is his last section, but there is need for me to read his profile. That is why I have done that this morning, being the last section for us. Okay, so permit me now with a humble heart and gratitude to welcome Dr. Ambassador King David to lecture us and conclude his lecture for this Global Diploma Masterclass for the month of May, June, July. You are welcome, sir. And thank you
Thank
so
you, Prof.
much for always being there since May, every Mondays. And it has been a great sections. Great sections. And we really appreciate you dearly. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you. Happy New Week once again.
Happy New Week.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, today's supposed to be an interactive class where we just chat, we go. But when it comes to leadership and management, it's not a course you stop at the university level. It's a continual process to eternity, because a lot of things are coming into the society every day. We learn a new thing every day. So leadership and management, if you are still using the approaches that was developed during the era we were using analog computer, then you already miss out. Because this present 21st century, so many things have been reintroduced. And that is why when it comes to management or managerial position and leadership position, it's a continual process of learning. It's a continual process of learning. And I pray that our certificate that we are going to receive from YYCI International and Appleton Private University will be recognized worldwide. And that certificate will enable you to get a better job for yourself. For most of you who have not gotten any certificate, like some of the students who just joined that still try to pursue their education, I think this is a platform for you to have something to start a life with that can enable you to get a better job. And for those of you already graduated, we ask for promotion. We ask for promotion in your workplace and other things. One thing about learning is, after learning, like I said before in my previous class, try to do a report on the subject matter. Write a report, your experience so far, and document it. So that even if you forget some things, that report will give you, in fact, it's meant to remind you later to say these are the things, these are the area, these are what and what that were done. And so far, so good. We will definitely move to the permanent site. So at this point, today will be the last day for this session. Mr. Bassi, you are highly welcome. You have been consistent in this class. I really appreciate you. I think you deserve 5 marks from me. That will be a bonus mark. That will be a bonus mark. Adelaja Toby, I think you also try. I was trying to say that I will see some faces I've been saying before, but Isaiah is strange to me. I think this might be your first time attending my class. Isaiah, am I right? I'm Rachel. Rachel too. I think this is my first time also seeing you. So
no, Ambassador Rachel have always been there.
Really?
The only issue was that she always joined, just like Dr. Omot, just like Ambassador Temitope Odetunde. because they works in NHS department, in the hospital and in their office, they are leaders. But they've been sending their assignments. I don't know if you've, yes. So Ambassador Rachel is very regular.
Thank you. So if that be the case, let me reserve my comment for now after the class. So Basi, so far so good. What have really inspired you for the course of this lecture from the beginning till the one we're about to enter today? Let's have your view on that. Basi?
Ambassador Basi, questions to you, please. Unless if your computer, because he has the environment he is in Kenya, there's always a problem with their connection, but he will definitely. Dr. Ambassador Bazi. Okay, so you can see now. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, questions to you from Dr. King.
Yes, King David, can I have a question again?
Okay, so far so good. From the inception of this training, leadership and management, what have really inspired you so far? What have you gained? Please, can we have your view?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma. And thank you, the all participants and my fellow students. I think the King David is one of the lecturers that I have ever met. We interacted one-on-one through the WhatsApp, and I have learned a lot, a lot. For that small knowledge that I gain, I have increased it. It was about 50%, now it's 90%. So I can use it to educate other people or to tell other people that leadership and management is something that help you to progress well in the future. And this diploma have assisted me to learn a lot of things that I have that in the beginning I don't know. But I thank I through Ma to connect us with powerful lecturers like King David. I have learned a lot as personally as Ambassador Basil. I have learned a lot, and I will make sure I will use it in my day-to-day activities, even to educate people in my Facebook account to tell them that learning is a progress and learning is a continuous. You cannot learn, they say this is the end of learning. We learn even if you have 90 years, you will still learning. So I have gained a lot, and I thank King David and Ma for this opportunity. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. That is interesting. So at this point, we're not going to waste time. Adelaja Toby, do you have something to say before we proceed? Adelaja Toby, if you have attended my class, okay. Do you have anything? Is it the first time you're attending my lectures?
No.
Maybe this is my third or fourth time.
Yeah.
Good. That means you have learned something. So can we have a review from you? So far, so good. What have you learned?
I am not too comfortable in my current location.
English?
I can't really talk.
Okay.
I only listen.
Okay. Thank you. No problem. Well done.
Yeah, we also have Ambassador
morning,
Lucas. Can we ask from Ambassador Lucas?
Emmanuel.
Yes.
Lucas Emmanuel, over to you.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Thank you for the privilege to say one or two things. Actually, I cannot but say that this class in particular has been so wonderful to me in terms of management and leadership, because I've learned some things that which I promised myself to add in my leadership skills and managerial something. Every Monday they know me in my family that every Monday they ask me, are you not having class today? Even when my phone got spoiled, they know how bad I was during those periods. That was why they just make sure that I have to repair my phone so that I do not miss class any longer, because it was a bad experience for me during those periods. But I thank God for the little one that I attended in May, and I think 1 week in June, and the rest of July. It has been an interesting moment for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good to hear from you. At this point, Okay.
Before again, should we hear from Ambassador Rachel, if she can speak? Ambassador Rachel, can you reflect on the question that Dr. King is asking about his sections that you've enjoyed? Ambassador Rachel, are you able to speak now? Okay, I think no. All right, maybe later. All right, continue, sir.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I know why I have to bring the test questions first before we go to the class, because this will give an insight to listen to the lectures. Most of the time, there are some things you are going to see here, which by the time we give the full lectures, we give insight on what you needed to know. Please, when it comes to case study, most of us went online, copy and paste when they give you assignment. It's no good. There's sometimes you do assignment and you provide a real world solutions to a problem. It gives the organizations to adopt your policy. Don't be surprised. This assignment will enable YYCI International to re-strategize the organization, come up with a better policy, and improve. Probably 2026 diploma class might be or take another shape than this. So if you look at the assignment, this is a case study. It is your test for you, and I want you to take it serious. Ambassador Lucas, can you read it? Can you read it? You can see the screen.
Yes,
Can
I
you
can.
read it? Okay, please go
Yes.
ahead.
Yes, you can. International YYCI is a youth development organization founded to bridge the gap between disadvantaged youths and real-world opportunity. With its headquarters in UK and operation extending into other countries, YYCI has impacted over 10,000 youths through empowerment programs in entrepreneurship, soft skills, and leadership training. The organization operates as a non-profit social enterprise, combining purpose-driven passion with business-style project execution. YYCI's vision is rooted in enabling young people, particularly orphans, internally displaced youth and school dropouts to become economically independent and socially responsible. Its model involves partnership with local and international donors, volunteers, and government agencies. As the organization scales up, its productive management becomes increasingly critical, balancing passion, pressure, and purpose in a non-profit environment demand not only good intentions but structured systems, clear expectations, and continuous improvement. Productivity dynamics at YYCI. Productivity at YYCI is not merely measured by output, such as the number of workshops held. And prominent. Okay, such as the number of workshop held or youth training. It is assessed through impact density, the measurable value generated per effort, time, or resource invested. To manage for productivity, YYCI employs a unique combination of traditional and emerging techniques. This includes goal-based teaming. Each unit, media, training, outreach, and admin, operates under quarterly goals linked directly to the organizational mission. Volunteer flow management. Since most of YYCI workforce include volunteers, their availability and motivations level vary. Managing flow and energy in such a team has led the organization to experiment with flow matrix, identifying which members are in spark, high energy, high creativity, or fog, low clarity, low output zones. Digital dashboards, task trading and team collaborations. are enhanced using Trello and WhatsApp group for real-time updates. However, over-reliance on digital tools has also led to signs of digital fatigue and the need for detox cycles. YYCI has also piloted the Focus Ecosystem Mapping, that is FEM, as a concept by assessing internal distractions such as unclear communication, lack of feedback, or emotional exhaustion, especially during campaign period like their street-to-street initiatives. Challenges in managing productivity. Despite its success story, YYCI faces several critical challenges that threaten sustaining productivity. Ambiguity of roles with blended staff volunteer teams, clarity on decision making, authority and accountability can be inconsistent. Invisible agenda, emotional fatigue, fear of being sidelined or internal competition sometimes creates frictions within teams, reducing psychological safety, time density, time density conflict. Mentally heavy tasks like curriculum design are often crammed into busy periods rather than space during optimal brain power windows. Resource gaps, limited access to professional tools or timely funding often delays project execution. Still, the leadership is conscious of these threats and has begun introducing micro-solutions such as weekly well-being sync, 3T, lens review, that is time, talent, and trigger, and clearer productivity scorecard that balance metrics with emotional intelligence. Path forward. The next phase for YYCI include scaling up in its vocational empowerment program for 18 years old orphan transitioning out of orphanage, building internal systems that allow for both strategic productivity, mission-aligned planning, and emotional productivity, that is energy-aware work. Training is still on advanced productivity models, including productivity gravity and time density optimization, TDO. These ambitions raise important questions for stakeholders, partners, and emerging leaders within the organization. Questions. Number one, given YYCI reliance on volunteer staff, how can the organization apply flow matrix principle to ensure project rules match energy levels and creativity patterns? Number two, what productivity risks arise from unclear authority among part-time volunteers and full-time staff? How can clarity cascading techniques help reduce ambiguity? Number three, how might introducing skill synergy board improve project execution within the training department? Should pairing be based on technical or emotional compatibility? Number four, in what ways can YYCI integrate cognitive calendar management in planning large-scale events without overloading the core team? Number five, if YYCI wants to formalize productivity rituals like my present moment or 3T lens reviews, what cultural resistance might emerge and how should they be managed?
Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is fantastic. So far, so good. Does anyone have any questions regards to this test before we move into the lectures proper? Anyone have any questions? Do you want us to discuss? Anyone have any questions on this, or we can just move ahead? Basi, you have any questions on this? Isaiah, Richard, Toby, Lucas, you have read it. Do you have any concern on this?
No, sir, for now.
Okay, that's
Okay.
good. That's good. Basi, from your end, any question? Okay, we are making progress.
Okay. Let me quickly say something to make this assignment more clearer to you. If you have any question, I know you are still reading the questions and you need to answer it with sincerity, honesty. So the only thing I will say about this assignment, we're going to treat it as well as a dissertation. So do me a favor of writing, at least on top of it, Appleton, the letter. I think Dr. King David can explain that one better, so that you label it seriously. You treat this assignment as a high quality presentation, so that once Dr. David says it, number one, he knows that this thing is coming from the Diploma Masterclass we just did. It also shows that it's a collaboration between the Appleton University, private university, and YYCI International Academy. It will also show that Dr. King David is a lecturer. It will also show your name and you can add your email if it's possible, in case Dr. King Davis and the team would like to address you. So it is when all this thing is done and he has assessed everything that he will now send to me. So this thing is professional, and the Professional Institute of Awedu University, we can call it Awedu University, but really, this institute is a highly professional institute. So let us not joke with it. If you can attend to this test, I won't tell you what is going to happen to your career. It's going to be great, because you'll be proud that you answered this test. You'll be proud that the high quality professionals has attempted to your test. And we are also treating it as dissertation as well. So we are helping ourselves on this. We are helping yourself. You are helping YYCI International. You are helping our lecturer and also the Awedu Institute of Business and Business Management and Leadership, because your dissertation or this test, this assignment is going to go viral. So please make all attempt. I know that you have 24 hours to do this, but just to inspire you, please do it. It's worth doing it. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Yeah, thank you, Prof. The reason why I make it 24 hours is supposed to be a class test, but due to time, and if I have to give you this to write online, it's not going to be easy. So at least at the end of the class, we go back home, sit up, digest it, and ensure that before this time tomorrow, we should have received the email of your test.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So our last topic for today,
and also
managing.
remember, sorry, one more thing. Remember, send it direct to, please, the email. Send it direct to Awedu Institute email. Please don't send it to YYCI. Please send it direct to Awedu, please. If you can let us see the email again.
Look, I think you are going to share with them, Prof, because you have
Okay.
them. You are going to share the work because they can't copy it.
Okay. Okay.
It's not something they can copy. So you can let us share for them.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So once again, let's proceed. Managing for productivity. Managing for productivity is a very beautiful topic. You are a manager. Manager is a leader, but not all leaders are managers. And when you manage, how do you measure the productivity of the organization? That is why today we shall be looking at managing for productivity. See, productivity is a central goal in every organization. It's just like when you're looking at profit maximization, growth, then you think of productivity. It refers to how effectively resources such as time, labor, and materials are used to produce desired output. When you talk about productivity, you have to look at three things: resources, time, and materials to produce desired output. What are time? What about time? What about labor? And what about materials? You remember very well during the time I taught on business level management, when we mentioned the three concepts, talking about the leadership concept, the differentiation concept, and the focus group. And now we know that when it comes to our organization, talking about productivity, you must put into consideration the time, the resources, and the materials available to deliver the desired output. That is why we say managing for productivity means adopting strategies, tools, and systems to ensure individuals, teams, or organizations perform at their best consistently and sustainably. Perform at their best. That means you are not just giving out based on what you feel, but you are giving out the best to improve growth in our organization, to advance growth for the organization, to have a little shift for the organization, and that is productivity. We know that even in today's world, business environment changes. And when you try to operate a business, there are factors that affect business environment. These factors can determine whether there will be growth, the low turnover of productivity, or high turnover of productivity. It depends on the environment where you operate. And when we are not looking at it, it requires managing energy. When you're talking about productivity, managing energy, focus on ecosystem and human flow system. So this lecture this morning introduced us to a new model concept that reframes how we view productivity, especially in teams, organizations, and personal leadership. Now, what is the meaning of productivity? We're going to look at it from two aspects: the traditional definition and the recent view concept definition. Now, the first, the traditional definition, see productivity as the ratio of output to input in a given process. That means the level of output to input in a given process. It's just like you planted something. You planted something during farming season. And in Nigeria today, between that kind of February, March, it's a planting period where you cultivate. You go to farm, plant cassava, plant yam, plant this. They're not targeting between September, October as your harvesting period. Now, we say productivity is the ratio of output to input. Now, the output, maybe you buy yam, and the yam is as little as this. You planted the yam. And during the time of harvesting, you now have a full tuber of yam. That is the output. That is the level of productivity we are talking of, referring to this morning. So you have to compare the ratio of your input and your output. So if your output is higher than the input, then that is productivity. So it is the ratio of the output to input in a given process. In the simple times, it is how much you get out of what you put in, productivity. How much you get out of what you put in. Let me also use finance, which is money. I invested money into YYCI International. Maybe I buy shares from them. in the year 2019. And that shares begin to reap profit every day $50 or 50 pounds, every day 50 pounds, every day 50 pounds. And today, we're already in 2025. If you calculate as for the time I invested the money in 2019 till today, that should be like 6 years. So in these 6 years, let's look at it. Is there something different on what I invested so far or no difference? That is productivity. So if the money we're able to reap a profit, if the outcome is good, then you cannot say, yeah, there's a level of productivity that you already derive or gain from the investment. That is why you say, in simple terms, it is how much you get out of what you put in. You might put as little as you can, but get higher. That is productivity. Now let's look at the recent definition. Productivity is not just about doing more, but creating meaningful value with optimal effort in alignment with personal, team, and organizational world purpose. The recent definitions of productivity says that you are not only looking at the organization per se, but productivity is when you also as individual achieve what you want. Job satisfaction, your own personal goal, the team goal, and the organizational what goal, then that is what productivity. Now let's look at the formula. P equals to O divided by what? I. That means productivity is equals to output divided by what? Input. Output divided by what? Input. Example, if a worker produces 10 chairs in 5 hours, then the productivity is what? 2 chairs per hour. That means 10 divided by 5. What you get is 2. Simple arithmetic. Importance of productivity. Why is it important? Why is it important? Enhances organizational growth and profitability. Enhances organizational growth and profitability. When productivity increases, organizations can produce more with the same or fewer resources. This leads to higher output, increased sales, and ultimately greater profit, enabling expansion and long-term growth. So we say productivity enhances what? Organizational growth and profitability. 2, improves employee morale and job satisfaction. A productive work environment often includes clear goals, efficient processes, and recognitions of effort. This boosts employees' confidence, motivation, and satisfaction with their work. Now, we keep saying it time without number, that there's no organization that can exist without having a clear vision, a clear goal. You set a goal for yourself. And when you work in an environment where there's a clear goal, the little thing you do, there's a recognition. This boosts employees' morale and enable them to do more. That is why we say productivity improves employee morale and job satisfaction. Imagine, look at what I've done so far this morning to say for Ambassador Bassi, being consistency in this class from beginning to date. Now I'm going to give him what? 5 marks. Do you think he's going to miss class again? Or do you think he's going to miss other lectures? That is motivation. That is motivation. That is productivity. So it's going to improve his morale to say, oh, I don't want to miss this guy class. So no. At least if I'm consistent, I might able to get 2 marks. Even if I don't do well in my test, you can't fail me. My present alone justify that at least I'll be doing something. That is it. Number 3, helps organizations remain competitive. High productivity allows companies to reduce costs, offer better prices, and deliver quality faster than competitors. This gives them an edge in local and global markets. So it makes you to remain competent, or at least be ahead of your competitors. Number 4, leads to better resource utilization. Productivity management ensures that human, financial, and material resources are used efficiently, minimizing waste and maximizing value from every input. So when it comes to productivity, you load the level of output, you can be able to utilize the resources, available resources of what you want to get the result. It's not about using the high level resources. At the end of the day, you can't achieve what you want, but utilizing the available resources to achieve what you want. Number 5, it contributes to national economic development. When businesses and workers are productive, it boosts overall output and income levels. So this leads to higher gross domestic product, better job creation, and improved living standard across the country. Now, do you know there's a way organizations improve? The level of productivity is high. You even decide to expand your recruitment process by recruiting more people. You can as well now carry what we call a CSR, corporate social what responsibility. You can as well empowering other set of people. By so doing, you're not contributing to the national what economic development, and you're not boosting the GDP of your country. Now, when you try to also talk about productivity, let's also look at human productivity. There's a way organizations improve that other organizations will be looking forward to hire staff from your organization. They will hire staff. They will tell you, please, can you send any of your staff to come and train us? Because we see changes, we see different, we see something unique in your organization. So have you seen it? What are the factors affecting productivity? Factors affecting productivity. We have the internal and external factors, but the first thing we're going to look at this morning is what we call the employee skills and motivation. I keep saying it, and that is why this topic this morning is really centered on YYCI International when it comes to human capital development. Many organizations fail to train their staff. Like I said earlier, I say when it comes to management and leadership, it's a continual journey. You don't stop here because a lot of new things, new ideas come everywhere into the market. So you need to keep yourself abreast in order to understand what is going on and be ahead of your competitors. So employee skills and motivation is one of the human factors that's affecting productivity. When your staff have not been trained, how do you expect them to produce? How do you expect them to work effectively? So highly skilled and motivated employees are more efficient, produce better quality work, and solve problems fast and faster. The question we also have today is, how many organizations that are ready to employ a highly skilled professional staff? One, they can't pay them. Two, they are not ready to pay. Then they think of it, they can just hire anyhow person to come and work. You can't get the result of what you're looking for. Imagine YYCI International hire me to work with them in the organization. Are you joking? Do you understand the point? Are you joking? Do you know the kind of level output that they will get? But the question is, outside that, we say a lack of skills or interest reduce output and increases what? Errors. When you try to manage the little staff you have, because you don't have the available resources to maintain your staff, it becomes an issue. It becomes an issue. So that is it. So employee skills and motivation is one of the factors affecting productivity, the human factors. Number 2, training and development. Continuous learning equips employees with updated knowledge, new techniques, and confidence to perform tasks effectively. Lack of training leads to what? Stagnation and inefficiency. Because the staff told you that he or she already graduated from university. You think you fit in for the job. No. Sometimes what they do in the university is normal theory. They don't do practical. Look at what we are doing now. Both theory and practical. So you think you can just allow your employees to do anyhow or bring just their normal knowledge without training. You won't get the productivity you're looking for in our organization. And that is why you see some organizations, instead of them to increase, they start reducing every day. Training and development is very important. And I keep telling people, at least once in every year. Once in every week. Once in every week, ensure you conduct training for your staff. At least communicate the goals, communicate the vision for them for the week. Let them work with it. Number 3, leadership and supervision. Effective leadership inspires employees, provides direction, and ensures accountability. Continuous learning equips employees with updated knowledge, new techniques, and confidence to perform tasks effectively. Lack of training leads to stagnation and inefficiency. Effective leadership inspires employees, provides directions, and ensures accountability. Poor supervision can lead to confusion, conflict, and low performance. So, why these become factors that affected productivity? You don't just give work, but you need to supervise. Most of the time, we just have that bold confidence that, oh, no need to check. At least I believe they can do it confidently. But do you checkmate what they have done so far? Do you checkmate what they have done so far? Do you try to check their work? Do you try to checkmate what they have done? That is business for you. So as organizations, a manager, you need to supervise teamwork. You need to checkmate the work you have already designed for your staff. Get a feedback and review it. Recommend an area for them to improve. And that is why you have a role as a manager to control and supervise. That supervision role, very important. You just imagine you send someone to market to get you something, and the person told you, I'm back from the market. And you don't ask the person, can I see you what you buy? Please show me. And you say, oh, please go and do what? Go and do it. Go and do it. I don't care. I believe you. No. At least have eyes to check what you have done so far and see the difference. Then B, the first one we're talking about is the human factors. The second factors affecting productivity, B, technological factors. Technological factors. Under technological factors, we look at quality of tools and machinery. Quality of tools and machinery. Modern and well-maintained tools increase speed and accuracy. Outdated and faculty equipment leads to delays, breakdowns, and reduced productivity. Something happened in my master class I was learning. I noticed that, in fact, over how many students who enroll for master class, they have not used Zoom in their lifetime. So when I send them the link, it looks so strange to them. I say, oh, thank God, at least I went to have given you a platform for you to recognize that there's a link called what? Zoom. There's a platform called Zoom that you can use to learn. It's not about going to school to use normal chalkboard. So you can see that today, technology factors which might affect the level of productivity in an organization. The quality of tools and machinery you use. Do you know, even in this class we are, if you don't use a better Android phone to connect to Zoom, there's some phone you will use and it will disturb you and you will not get access to the material. You cannot understand what is going on. That is technology. That is technology. So what you need to understand is technical factors. If you want your organizations to be a higher productivity, load the kind of equipment. In fact, you have to use the modern equipment or tools in order to be on the top. Number two, use a modern software and automation. Automation reduces repetitive tasks and saves time. Software tools improve planning, communication, and data management. Without this process, becomes slow and manual. In the Ministry of Education in my state here, sorry to say, everything they do in the office, they don't have a single computer. Imagine you climb a 9-story building to the office of the educational officer. Then going there, when you want to do something for you, they will tell you to go to downstairs again and type it from the cyber card and bring it back to them. Imagine that nonsense. So in this present 21st century era we are, people are still using paperwork up and down. Then where is the data management? How can they store the information? C, work environment is another factor affecting productivity. When we try to talk about work environment, we're looking at the workspace design. How clean and clear environment do you work? If you go to some offices, I promise you, you will not be comfortable to sit in such office. Now, when you try to talk about work design, we're looking at an organized clean and comfortable workspace, improve focus and reduces what? Stress. Poor layout or clutter environment can hinder movement and concentration. Imagine you are in office working and fly everywhere. Imagine you are in the office working, the same office where you are, they carry different food and snacks put in the same office. The other people are eating on their table. You want to work, you can't concentrate. That is why some organizations with their policies will tell you, when you want to go for lunch, please, there's where you can go and eat, but you cannot stay in the office and eat any lunch. They make provision for a space or lunch. That is why when you come to work, once you enter the office and work, that your table must remain clean. There will not be biscuit, no sweet. At least the only thing that can stay close to you, maybe just a bottle of water, or yeah, maybe from bottled water. Sometimes when you're thirsty, you can just use your water and drink. But when it comes to food, it's not accepted. So work environment, which is the workspace design, is another factors affecting productivity. When the environment is not clean, not organized, not comfortable, the staff cannot work effectively. Number two, lighting, noise, safety, and ergonomics. Good lighting reduce eye strain, low noise level, improve focus, safe. Then ergonomically designed workplace prevent injuries and fatigue, increases what? Work efficiency. So you cannot say that in your workplace, is it your office is close to main road where there's a lot of noise, or does the office is in a place where there's a school environment, people, children shouting, or is it a church where they put microphone speaker, and while you want to do something, pastor want to pray, pastor want to pray, pastor want to preach, pastor want to kabash. In such case, you will not get what you want because you cannot concentrate. Imagine you're in the office working, then the dance floor, they are doing prayer, fasting and prayer, speaking in tongues. You can't achieve your result. Your mind will not be there. Number D, organizational culture is another factor that affect work environment. When it comes to organizational culture, what are the things we're looking at? Clarity of roles and responsibilities. When employees understand their duties clearly, there's a less confusion and overlap of work. This streamlines operations and boosts accountability. Imagine you are doing something that you cannot spell out the roles of individuals. Do you even know that even some people, when you give them their job description or in appointment letter, they don't have time to read. So you must always remind your staff, ask them, what is your role? What are your duties? Even when they claim the law, anytime you call for a staff meeting, ask one after the other. Hey, Mr. Bassi, what are your duties? Mr. James, what are your duties? You just want to be sure if they still know what to do. Some of them might forget. Number two, communication flow and teamwork. Effective communication enables faster decision making and problem solving, while teamwork enhances what? Cooperation and productivity, especially on shared tasks or what? Project. So in every organization, if you are trying to look for productivity, then there should be a communication and there should be what? Teamwork. It might be a dance flow, either vertical or horizontal. It depends on the level based on what the organizations have designed for the communication process. But you must be able to communicate with your team, knowing fully well that teamwork leads to productivity. You are not working alone. So effective communications and teamwork enhance cooperation and productivity in an organization. E, external factors, which is another thing that affects productivity. When we talk about external factors, you can think of government policies, market competitions, and economic conditions. Now, let's also forget about that. Let's assume this. You are a man, you fix wedding, and maybe you fix wedding maybe on the 30th of August as your wedding date. That 30th of August, government might just decide to fix election that same date. What will you do? Can your wedding hold? No. You can't fight the government. That is external factors. And it will affect productivity. Maybe you already have a particular project or a contract and you want to meet a target. And government just imposed to say today, there is what? Public holiday. No work, nothing. Or there's a what? Coffee. Nobody should go out. How do you leave house to your place of work? How will you? It's going to affect your business. So government policies affect our productivity. And that is why, as a manager, when you're planning, always put into consideration. Look at government calendar before you fix any agenda. Because sometimes when you fix agenda, maybe you're fixing event by 10 o'clock. I know fully well that at 10 o'clock, you expect people to arrive at the event from 8, 9. And government might just impose sanitations that very day. What will you do? And because of sanitations, nobody go out. You wait until the sanitations is over. These are government policies. So it's the laws on tax, labor safety, or import or export directly affect business operation. Supportive policies can boost productivity, while harsh regulations may slow it down. Another thing is, when you try to import materials into the country for you to produce your local goods, and the tax that the government places on it is high, it's going to affect your productivity. Market competition. High competition pushes businesses to become more efficient and innovative to survive and grow. It encourages continuous improvement in productivity. Market competition is another thing. Number 3, economic condition. Inflation, interest rate, and unemployment influence businesses' performance. A strong economy supports productivity through better demand and investment. That is that. Economic conditions will also affect the level of productivity in our organization. Let's look at some techniques for managing productivity. Some techniques. Effective productivity management requires applying practical techniques that enhance efficiency, reduce waste, and improve output. Below are some of the techniques you need to improve productivity. 1, goal setting. Goal setting. Define clear and measurable targets for individuals and teams. Setting a SMART goals. And we know the SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Provide direction and motivation. When employees know what is expected, they can focus their efforts and measure progress more effectively. That is why goal setting is one thing you need to improve productivity. Number 2, time management. Time management. Prioritize tasks, minimize distraction, and reduce idle time. Proper time management helps individuals and teams use their working hours efficiently. Tools like to-do list, calendars, and time blocking help focus on high-impact tasks and avoid time wastage. That is why if you check any time I'm being given my class to lectures, I ensure that I don't take more than 1 hour, 30 minutes. Even if I started my lectures maybe 11 a.m., I should be able to use 30 minutes to finish it because my time given to me was maybe 10 to 11:30. You must be effective in time management. And I also say when it comes to organization productivity too, if you already agree that your office is open by 8 a.m. in the morning and closes by 5, ensure that 7:45 office already open. Imagine people will come by 8:30. They want to patronize you and your office is still locked. You have lost the sales for that day. They will not take you serious again. Time management is very important. As a leader, you tell yourself that, okay, your staff should resume work by 8 o'clock and you're coming by 10 o'clock. Are you okay? Do you know that as a manager, when your staff see you resuming by 8, all of them were afraid? Because, Oga, don't resume. So what am I waiting for? I don't want my salary to reduce. That is why some company, if you come late, they will tell you deduction of maybe $100 or maybe $1 or $2. So if they are paying at $500 a month, and they say for every day you come late, they are deducting $5 from your salary, and you come late like 10 times in a month, 5 times $50, you should know how much remain for you. Because they want to be effective in time management. So office, when you make mistake or you're found guilty, their penalty is for them to deduct your money. Because they want every staff to be serious. Number C, process improvement. Use methods like lean management, Six Sigma, or Kaizen to eliminate waste and improve what? Efficiency. These approaches help identify and eliminate non-value adding activities in processes. Continuous improvement increases what? Output, reduces and maintain consistent quality. So what you do, practice make perfect. Continue. Process improvement. Continue. Don't stop. Number D, performance monitoring. Regular appraisal, feedback, and productivity what? Report helps track process, identify challenges early, and recognize achievement. Like I say, when a staff is doing well, appraise the staff. In their report, checkmate it. Look at the area that needed to improve. Correct it and make recommendation. Constructive feedback motivate employees and allow managers to make time what? Adjustment. Don't wait until the report comes to you monthly. It's very bad. Have a daily report, have a weekly report, then at the end of the month, both of you can do what? Summarize the report together. You will see some managers will allow employees, please work, I only need what? Money report. You're wasting time. What if something damaged throughout the whole week? How do you notice it? What if something damaged throughout the whole week? In my office here, I do what I call check and balance every day. While I'm working and I'm transferred to the secretary, she works and say, look, let me see it. We try to color check. I say, this area, you made mistake here. Adjust it. Don't wait until external body come before you will see the mistake. Please do it now. Then at the end of the month, when you want to put your record together, it becomes easier. You don't need to stress yourself again. So performance monitoring, try to monitor performance. Those that are doing well, appraise them. Give your staff a constructive feedback. They need it. Some of them may see it as a bad thing, but those who are ready to learn will see it and learn from it. Number E, technology integration. Adopt automation, data analytics, and digital tools to simplify tasks. Technology enhances what? Speed, accuracy, and communication. Tools such as project management, software, customer relationship management system, and data analyst platform enable you to streamline operations and decision making. You need technology tools to work. Sometimes you're able to fast track the area they are doing well. Do you know you want to get a record? Sometimes you don't need your staff. For example, if I need a feedback just like from this class now, I can design a Google form and send to all my staff. I'll tell you, how can you rate Basi? How can you rate Professor Quinn? How can you rate this person? What do you think we can do? You can use the tools several ways. You are getting what you want. That is managing for productivity. Number F, employee engagement. Employee engagement. Involve employees in decision making. I said before, I said, look, even your security personnel is very important. Don't overlook them. Why should I involve them in decision making? In fact, your security personnel are the first selling point in every organization. Because when clients come, they are the ones that will determine whether the client will come to the office or not. What if you employ a security that is very rude? And when a client comes to say, in this year's international, I beg madam, get out. Please get out. What do you think will happen? So when it comes to decision-making process, you need to call everybody in order. Let them know their roles. Let them understand. Let them communicate the vision. Communicate the objective for the week. Everybody is working towards the objective. When employees feel value and included, they become more committed and productive. Imagine you call security person from the gate to say, come, we have a board meeting. Come and join us. Wow. You mean board meeting? So I'm being counted as member of the board. In the board, they are not member of the board, though, but you try to bring them in for decision making. They already see themselves as what? Part of board member. That alone boosts their confidence. That will boost their confidence. They can express freely without any fear. Now they become more committed and productive. Engaged employees are more likely to offer innovative ideas and take ownership of their work. They see it that time as their own company, and they will do everything to protect the job. But when you don't engage them, it just looks as if you are the one passing your information, authoritative system. You say, don't mind them. Now, so then they do. We don't even know what they're doing in the office. So how can you employ security? And in your office where you work, you do training. Your security person does not know that there's a training session in your office. You do counseling. Your security does not know that there's a counseling in your office. You also sell some product. They are not aware that you sell product. And when someone will come from outside and meet your security, you get man, hello, is this a training center? And your security say, hello, I don't understand. Not training here. We know they conduct training here. What have you done so far? Such person will not come again. Such staff will not come again. That is why there's need to add them in decision making. Let them be aware of what you do. They may not be perfect, but they should have an idea about the kind of services you render and get their input, and they will give you what you want. Let's look at the concept of managing productivity. Concept in managing productivity. Number one, productivity gravity. The number one concept in managing productivity is what we call productivity gravity. This is natural pull or push that an environment creates, which either encourages people to work well or make it harder for them to focus and be productive. When we are trying to talk about productivity gravity, we're looking at something natural that push people to perform effectively or make them feel reluctant to work. Just like gravity keeps things grounded, productivity gravity keeps people focused and working well. If the workplace is organized, roles are clear, and there's a sense of urgency, people naturally become more productive. Now, what made them productive? When we try to talk about productivity, what? Gravity, number one, a neat and comfortable workplace. A neat and comfortable workplace. Two, a team culture that value time. You see what I was talking about? A team culture that value time. Three, everyone knows what they are supposed to do. Everyone knows what they are supposed to do. Four, small rewards or triggers that keep people going. This is why we call it productivity what? Gravity. A second. Stay online. Please a second.
Thank you so much for your patience. It's just trying to quickly respond to a mail, and he will continue where he stops. Okay.
Sorry, thank you. So when we say productivity gravity, when you're looking at that, imagine a workplace that is very comfortable. That is why I told any of my staff, I said, look, if anybody walk into the office, hospitality matters. Let nobody come to this office and go without giving them bottled water. We are not broke, we are not poor. That alone is a strategy. We attract, oh, I beg, I'm thirsty. You know, because once, by the time you do something like it's a strategy, you're attracting people to you. You're attracting clients. You're attracting customers. So please always ensure that, aside the staff alone, sometime in a week, you might decide to buy a bottle of water and share for all your staff. They should not be using the money to buy water. You might also keep that sewage water where they can at least get access to it and drink water. At least it reduces the cost of their expenses. Productivity gravity. Use air fresher. Ensure every part of the office scent very okay. If you want to buy perfume, you can buy better perfume and spray in your office. Let the aromas of the office be attractive to people. When it's attractive, they will not like to go out. Make the office comfortable. At least, either if there's no AC, try to put a little fan. The staff welfare very important. The staff welfare is very important. Imagine a staff is working with you and the staff is sweating everywhere. Even by the time the outsider walk into the office and see the way the staff is sweating from the hand picker everywhere, Abba, what is going on here? What is going on here? Do you know that's going to affect the mindset of the employees? The employees cannot focus. It cannot concentrate. Someone is sweating. You're using fans to fan his or herself in a workplace. And you want the person to be productive. No, capital, no. It can't be possible. It can't be possible. So when we are trying to talk about productivity gravity, it's a natural push that creates an environment which either encourages people to work well, or to make them feel reluctant. Now, let's look at the tips. Leaders should create environment, either physical or emotional, that make it easy for people to stay focused and excited about their work. You need to create environment that make people stay focused and excited about their work. Do you have any questions on that? Let me know. Or should I move on? Anyone have any question, or should I move on?
Very interesting. Interesting lecture. Continue, sir. Move on. I think we are learning. Yes, you
Okay.
can move on. Yes.
Thank you, Prof. Number 2, focus ecosystem mapping. FEM. Focus ecosystem mapping. Most of this grammar you saw in your test. That is why I say pay attention to this very well, so that when you see those grammar in your test, you are not confused. You already understand the meaning. That is why I allow you to read the test questions first, understand. But most of this grammar, you see them. With this interpretation, now we enable you to justify your answer when you have to write your test. Focus ecosystem mapping, FEM. What does that mean? It's a smart way to identify all the things inside and outside a person that affect the ability to concentrate at work. It's just like the way we are learning now. There are several things that make people not to concentrate here. You see people will lock in, they lock out. They lock in, they lock out. So when it comes to focus ecosystem mapping, it's a smart way of identifying every element, both inside and outside of a person, that affect the ability to concentrate at work. You see someone come to office, the next thing you see begin to press phone, doing this, chatting, checking Facebook, checking WhatsApp, checking this, checking that. That is quite different from what he or she is supposed to do for work. That is why some work environment or offices, as you enter, you will carry your handbag, drop somewhere and lock it. In fact, you will remove your phone and drop somewhere. You are only allowed to use the office phone, but you don't get access to your main phone. That's why some people, when they go to work, immediately they arrive at work, they switch off their phone, because they are using what we call a focus ecosystem mapping in managing them in that organization. They want to identify those things that make them not to concentrate at work, and they pull them away so that employees can be focused on what they are doing in order for them to achieve productivity. Am I communicating? Now, this is like drawing a map of distractions and focus boosters in a team or workplace. It helps managers see what is stealing attention and what is helping people to do what? To focus. So managers begin to identify what is stealing employees' attention and what enables them to focus. Now, it includes what? Noise in the environment. When you say noise in the environment, what are they? Phones, chatter. So when you identify such thing like that, you put them away, remove them. You cannot be productive. Number 2, how often people get interrupted? How often people get interrupted? These are the things you need to identify. Whatever people understand their roles clearly, whether those people understand their roles clearly is another thing you need to identify. That's why I was saying, I say, look, you should be able to ask your employees every week, what are your duties? What are your roles? Let them understand. In fact, ask them, do you understand what do you do in this office? In the simple terms, what do you do in this office? Even if you know, you want them to explain themselves that at least they know their job. Then number 5, personal thought or worries. You know, sometimes people have a personal thought or worries, they cannot concentrate. Family problem. Someone come to office and there's no money for you to feed the children and wife, that, or maybe they have something that we eat in the house. Such person thinking on how to get 2,000 or 5,000 to feed the family when he returns cannot concentrate at work. Such individual cannot focus at work. Cannot focus at work. And that is why you must able to see how can able to eliminate all those things that bring distraction in the workplace. Now imagine, yeah, I'm teaching. I begin to read individuals' mind. Try to read your mind. The only thing that saves you now is because you are not on a camera. As me put on your camera, I would have known whether you're concentrating or not. Do you understand the point? Like, if the only person I'm understanding better now is Prof. I will know when Prof is distracted and when Prof is focusing on my teaching, but others I may not know. Reason be that you close your camera. So in a work environment, you use what I call the focus ecosystem mapping to try to check those things that does not allow people to concentrate in the workplace. Now, the tools you're going to use, create a simple chart or focus map to show where focus is leaking and how to fix them. Create something that will enable you to understand where those areas you need to fix things and fix them. As a manager, that's what is expected from you. Number 3, flow metric. Flow metric. Flow metric is a model that shows which state of productivity a person is in based on their energy and focus. We're going to break it down. When it comes to flow matrix is a model that shows which state of productivity a person is in based on their energy and focus. I will break this one after the other. Now look at this. People move through different zones during the day. People move through different zones during the day. Number 1, what we call the spark zone. The spark zone simply means full of ideas and energy. Full of ideas and energy. We have the green zone. The green zone simply means tired but still working hard. You see people, they're tired, but they can't tell you, but they're still trying their best to work hard. Then we have the fog zone. The fog zone simply means confusion and unproductive. These people does not even know their role at all. They are confused for everything. They are confused. They don't know where to start from. Then the last but not the least, the Zen zone, which is ZZ. This set of people are calm, focused, and working with clarity. Working with clarity. So what do? Help employees spend more time in the spark zone and Zen zone by matching them with the right kind of work and timing. So now, I will advise, when it comes to this spark zone, when you know that people have full ideas and energy, a work that has to do with full ideas and energy, let them do that work first. Because that is where the idea, that's when they have that time. Those heavy work, those difficult tasks, that time that employees have the energy, the potential, they should do the work first. Then doing the other one that's a little bit less can be handled later. Maybe those ones, they are a little bit tired, but they can still be doing the job. And those ones does not need more ideas or more contribution. Again, just a normal routine. They can still handle it. Number 4, the invisible agenda. The invisible agenda, these are the hidden reasons, emotions, fears, or personal goals that affect how well someone performs, even if they don't talk about it. Sometimes people don't work. They don't work well, not because they are lazy, but because of silent fears or issues like fear of being noticed or praised. Do you know there's some people that when they do something good, they don't want people to notice them? Am I communicating? In an organization where they're working, do you know there's some people that are afraid? And you ask them to say, come on, lead prayer. Please, don't call me. Don't call me. They don't want to lead. They just want to be neutral. There are people that they are doing very well. You want to praise them, to say, want to celebrate your social. Please, I beg. I don't want my picture. Please, don't do it. Don't do it. So, the invisible agenda, such things affecting productivity. Feeling unsure about their skill when someone is not really sure that he or she have the ability or skill to do the job, it affects productivity. competing with others instead of working together. They want to compete. They want to show that, okay, I want to try, do this, do that. Instead of to work together as a team, is affecting productivity. That is what we call it the invisible agenda, and what the concept of productivity management. Tips. As a leader, what do? Leaders should hold friendly chat or team talks to bring these hidden feelings into open and deal with them positively. If I know someone who does not want his identity to come out, I might decide to use as a case study in a meeting, and I'll bring you out. And you must definitely come out. You can't hide now. You can't hide. So as a leader, the only way you can do it is that hold friendly chat or team talk to bring this hidden identity or feeling out openly. When we begin to bring it out, they will come out of it. And it's going to lead to productivity. It's just like Prof want to give someone platform to say, please, can you teach? We have a masterclass tomorrow or a class on mindset. Please, I want you to teach. And the person will tell you, please, sir, please, ma, I can't do it. Please, ma, I can't do it. Am I the one to teach all this, professor? Please, ma, they are bigger than me. I can't do it. You are afraid. But Prof want to build something. She already identified something in you that she want to bring it out. But you are still hiding. You are still hiding under, I don't know the right word, whether I use the word that your village people are after you. Maybe they are chasing after you. Number 5, time density optimization, TDO. Time density optimization, TDO. Organizing work based on how mentality heavy task is not just how long it takes. Some tasks are light and easy, like replying to messages, while others are mentally heavy, like writing a report or making a big decision. Now, using to-do helps you the heavy stuff when your brain most active, like in the morning. Like I said before, when it comes to to-do, look at all the heavy work you have in your office. As you resume work in the morning, the first thing you need to do, those heavy tasks, do them first, because your brain are still fresh. Your memory is still fresh. At that morning, you are full with energy. Do those things first. We call it to-do. Time density optimization. Then those other one, maybe chat or reply messages later, can come later in the afternoon. Even while you are tired, you can still reply messages. Am I right? But when it comes to calculation, balancing of finance, doing reporting, you need to calm down your brain. You need to be calculative. So such work like that, you need it in the morning. When you come into the office, first you need to do is to do those work. Then later in the afternoon, you can do the minor job that you think is not going to affect you. Now, what is the strategy for that? To do light tasks during low energy period. Do deep focus work during peak brain hours. Don't overload your day with any heavy tasks. So split them. Know what to do in the morning and know what to do in the afternoon. Types of productivity management. Types of productivity management. The first one we call strategic productivity. Like I said before, from the word strategy, involved in setting goals. Involves align long-term organizational goals with daily activities and results. It ensures that day-to-day effort contribute directly to the overall mission and vision of the organization. So strategic productivity, you must set a clear goals that you're working with. Number 2, tactical productivity. Focuses on short-term tasks and how to carry them out more efficiently. It involves improving workflow, reallocating resources, and optimizing task executions to boost performance in specific areas. Tactical productivity. Number 3, rational productivity. Emphasizes the role of interpersonal relationship, how employees can work together within organizations and improve productivity. Teamwork, collaboration. If I don't know this, I can work to my next person. Please, how do I do this? Teamwork. You build communication, trust among team members, enhance collective output. We call it rational productivity. The emotional productivity deals with managing the emotional and psychological well-being of employees. It recognizes that mood, motivation, and energy levels significantly influence how well people perform and promote practices that support mental focus and emotional balance. You need it. You need it. Then what are the tips of managing productivity? Tips in managing productivity. Number one, use the 3T lens, which was also read in the assignment. Use the 3T lens, which means time, talent, and trigger. This means knowing the best time to give someone a task, which is time. Choosing the right person for the job based on their strength, which is talent, and understand what motivates them to do their best, trigger. Am I communicating? Do you understand the 3T lens now? The first one is time. Knowing the best time to give someone task, which is time. Choosing the right person for the job based on their strength, which is talent. And understanding what motivates them to do their best. That is trigger. That is why we call it 3T. You don't just get to and give somebody a job. At that point, you're giving the person a job might not be the perfect time for the person to do the job. So know the right time to give someone a job. And you think if you give the person this job, he can perfect it at that time. Time. So as a manager, one skill you need to learn is psychological skill. How to study employees. How to read their mindset. How to read their behavior. How to understand what works best for them at a particular time. Imagine you just say because it's an employee, you can just assign any duty, as they always state in the letter of employment to say, when they already do all the description for you, they tell you also any other thing that we want assigned to you from time to time. But note from, you must understand time. Why giving a task to somebody? How will you see someone break period when the person is supposed to be for break and you're calling the person again to come and do one heavy task? And the person be working since morning. No, nah, it's a wrong timing. So using the 3T lens, knowing the best time to give someone task, which is the time, choosing the right person for the job based on their strength, which is talent. So you must also understand individual strength. Then understanding what motivates them to do more, which is trigger. When you match all these three well, people work smarter and faster. When these three things comes together, people work smarter and faster. Number two, adopt deep work spirit. No, deep work sprint. Adopt deep work sprint. This involves setting aside 90 minutes each day to focus fully on important work without distractions. No phone, no email, just concentration. It's like giving your brain a quiet room to do the best thinking. Am I communicating? 90 minutes. Some of you cannot even give yourself 30 minutes of your time a day to think. We call it adopt deep work sprint. So you can set aside 90 minutes upon 24 hours a day where you don't need to reply a chat, you don't need to reply a phone, you don't need to reply anything, and concentrating on something big. Think deep. At this point, ideas will be flowing. Ideas will flow, different things. When you come out, you just look fresh again. Wow! Look at what I've done so far. You go back again and check what I've done, correct it again, review it, you will see ideas. We call it adopt a deep work spirit in managing for productivity. Number three, introducing micro-Zen movement. Introducing micro-Zen movement. Throughout the day, these are like a short 5-minute break where people stop, breathe, relax, and reset their mind. It's a quick way to recharge and return to work feeling more focused and less tired. Now, if you watch ball, you will see that while they play ball, even in the midst of the 45-minute football, before they go for halftime, they like give 5 minutes break. Am I communicating? You see a short break of 5 minutes. What they have done so far is what we call, they have introduced a micro-Zen movement where employees or maybe the fellow footballer can come together and begin to network again, re-strategize their movement to say, look, this guy, you need to handle this side. You need to do this. You need to do that. Now we have to go back again. We are coming with a what? A full force. Imagine someone will sit down from morning on the table from that kind 8 o'clock to 1 p.m. body no be firewood o. So you have to, body no be firewood. You have to strategize that movement. 5 minutes break. They go, take a little rest, or maybe slow, come back again, and continue. Then number 4, declutter the workflow. This means regular reviewing how work is being done and removing any unnecessary step or repeated task. Think of it like cleaning out a messy drawer. When everything is clear and then in the right place, it is easy to get things done. Declutter the workflow simply means it makes you to at least remove unnecessary things. Sometimes people assign tasks double. Now, what you are giving to Basi to do, you still giving to Lukma to do. You still giving to this because there was no proper record. You did not checkmate it very well. So using this declutter the workflow is going to help you to say, oh, you don't need to repeat the task you are giving. You filter it. Try to clean it and clear. That is a duty on how to managing productivity. The last one, gamify output. Gamify output, that means turn tasks into something fun or rewarding. When you give people tasks, make it in such a way that this task you are giving them, there's a reward after it. You see everybody ready to do it. For example, use point system, small prizes, or friendly competitions to encourage what? Creativity and quick performance. It keeps people motivated and make work feel less like a what? A core. That's why we call it gamify output. You are giving them a task, but make it a form of what? How do you call it? Rewarding, a prize system. Tools and models for productivity. Almost running up. Tools and models for what? Productivity management. 1, the KPI, which is the what? Key performance indicators. These are simple measurements used to check how well someone or a team is doing. For example, how many sales were made, how fast a job was completed, or how much a worker produces in a day. Use a KPI to monitor performance of the staff. Number 2, balance scorecard. Balance scorecard. These tools connect everyday work with bigger company goals. It helps make sure that employees are not just staying busy, but are actually working on the right things that matter to the success of the organization. There's some companies you see, everybody you can see they are busy, 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 yet they have done nothing. It's not about being busy. Are you really doing the right thing that is in line with the goals of the organization? Some people tell they're working, not doing that under their system, they are doing their personal job. They are doing their personal job. So we call it balanced scorecard. It's a tool that will connect you everyday work with the employees to ensure that they are doing the right thing in line with the goal. Number 3, Gantt chart and other project management tools. These are visual tools that shows what tasks need to be done, when they need to be done, and who is doing them. They help team manage time better, stay organized, and avoid what? Delay. We call it Gantt chart and project management tools. Then 4, total quality management, TQM. It encourages everyone in the workplace to focus on doing things better every day, especially when it comes to a quality of product or services. That is TQM. Encourages employees to do something better. It's like bringing the best out of you. The quality of service delivery, the product, we call it TQM, time quality management. The last but not the least is the 5S methodology, very important. The 5S methodology helps keep the workplace clean, organized, and efficient. Now, the 5S methodology stands for 1, sort. The first S means sort. When we talk about sort, what does that mean? Remove what is not needed. I'm taking again. Sort is just the way they say sort out for something. Remove what is not needed in order for you to achieve the result. 2, set in order. Set in order simply means organize what is left. It's just that when you come into an office and you see everywhere scattered, the first thing you have to do is to do what? Sort out. Look at those papers you see on the table. What are those papers that you need to remove from the table that is not needed? You want to trash them away. Remove them. Trash them away. You don't need them. That is why we say the first S is what? Sort. Is that you're sorting out. Those ones that are not relevant, you remove them. Then the second S is what? Set in order. Organize what is left. So when I remove those ones that are not needed, the ones that remain, organize them. Put them in order. You can file them or store them. Then the third one is what? Shine. The shine simply means clean the space. After you are now organizing the one that left, then clean the space. Clean it. Let everywhere clean. Then the last one is what? The fourth one. Standardize. Make rules for keeping it that way. That means, for example, you walk into an organization, walk into your office, and you saw paper everywhere on the table. The first thing you do is to sort them out. Remove those ones that is not relevant. Trash them away. The second thing is to set them in order. The remaining one, put them in order in a file then, or maybe put them in any folder you want to do it. Then the third thing is shine. When do you do shining? It's cleaning the space, ensure everywhere is clean. Then number 4, standardize simply means tell your employees working with you that, look, the way I arrange these things is what I want them to do. What? That is how I want it to be. How I want it to look like. Anytime I come in, I want to see it this way. Make rules for keeping it that way. And the last but not the least is S, the last one, sustain. Keep the habit going. It should be a continual process. Not just that you come tomorrow again, start afresh. No. The way you already arranged the office, let it remain like that. Keep it going. Keep the habit going. When the workplace is tidy and well organized, people can work faster and make fewer what? Mistakes. Remember, last week I was telling you that we need to learn what we call file management. Some organizations, some employees don't understand what we call file management. That if you call any of your staff now to say you need a file, some people even take 2 hours to 3 hours to find a particular what? File for you, folder, or get a particular information because of what? Improper filing. So you cannot see that the 5S methodology is very important as meant to guide you. Sort out things, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. Keep the habit going. Now, benefits of managing productivity. Cost savings and improve profit. When an organization is productive, it uses fewer resources like time, money, and materials to get things done. This helps reduce waste and expenses. As a result, the company can make money from the same amount of work, which improves profit. Number 2, better customer satisfaction. Productivity businesses often deliver faster, maintain quality, and meet deadlines. So when customers get good product or services on time, they are happier, more loyal, and more likely to recommend the company to others. The question is, the cost of your product that you deliver to people, how value it is, how unique it is. Customer satisfaction is very important in productivity or managing productivity. Number 3, increase employee satisfaction. When work is organized and efficient, employees feel less. Employees feel less. Employees feel less and stress more in control. They see results from their effort, feel appreciated, and are more likely to enjoy their jobs and stay with the organization. Number 5 or 4, sustainable growth and innovation. A productive organization grows steadily. Bring it for me. A productive organization grows steadily. Have you replied this message? Yeah. So, sustainability growth and innovation. A productive organization grows steadily without burning out its people or resources. It also means more time and energy to think of new ideas, improve services, and stay ahead of competitors. The last, greater market share. So by being more productive and competitors, you see company can offer better what? Prices than before. Challenges in managing productivity. Challenges in managing productivity. Distractions and digital fatigue. Distractions and digital fatigue. In the workplace, you see people using chat, social media, tools, while they are still working. While they are still working. Just like what I said before, you see someone busy at work, you talk, they are doing the job, not knowing that they're doing something different. So constant notifications on social media, chat, and so on, affecting productivity. And that's why, like I said before, I say some well-organized organizations who have a strong policy, you are not permitted to use phone in a place of work. Once you enter, they remove it and you use the office phone. So if there's anything you want to do, you communicate through office. Undefined expectations or goals is another challenge. When employees are not sure of what they are supposed to do, it's an issue, very serious problem. That's why we keep saying that give room for every employee to set a target. Or set a target for them and allow them to do what? To implement it. Come up with solutions and see what they can do. So when employees also understand a clear goal, they are wasting time. They cannot be productive. Low emotional intelligence of managers. Some managers find it difficult to understand their own emotions. When they cannot even manage their own emotions, talk of others, they can't manage them. Managers who are quick in anger, managers with hot temper, such individuals cannot manage others. A little thing he or she easily pick offense. It becomes a challenge in managing productivity. Overworking these goals and productivity. Overworking these goals as productivity. Sometimes people think that working for long hours leads to productivity. No. There's what we call smart work. Now, take a look at this. Let me ask this question. Let's do a little interaction. Someone who use pen to work and someone who is doing the work outside. For example, let me come again. Someone who use pen to work in the office, you are using pen to work. And someone who is an architect that is facing the block, who is doing the smart work. Is it the architect that's molding the house or building the house, or the person in the office using pen to work? Between these both parties, who is working smarter?
Great
Who wants to
question.
speak?
I'm thinking.
We have an architect who is designing work outside. People are building, he's there building house. And we have somebody using pen in the office to work. Between these two parties, who is working smarter?
I think it's the architect.
Really? Okay, thank you. Olatan Ogosanwo, who is working smarter, sir? Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, good day, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, question is quite dicey because from the experience I have in office from my desk, we have desk officers that are doing their work and also field officers that are doing their work. So who is doing the best of job? We cannot really be determined if we are okay in my kind of work for my work desk. What I'm doing on the desk, I can still say I am quite working smarter than those on the field. Like we have the operational. Okay, let's take bank for instance. Those are the desk, the office desk attendants, or let's say in an insurance organization. the marketer and someone behind the scene who is taking on activities of, let's say, booking insurances and taking adjustments of losses, taking a charge. So, looking at that scenario, we cannot say that someone who is behind the desk in the hall, an operational person, and someone who is a marketer are not doing their job. It now depends on the on the personal opportunity you give to the personal strength you give to the work. So there are some people behind the scene who are not really doing anything, and there are some people on the field too who are not doing anything. But in the context of an architect can be doing his job at the site, making sure that they set the blocks in measures or in the calculated spaces, compared to someone behind the scene in the office who might not actually be doing a thing. So it depends on the field of work. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. You know I'm laughing. Before we say something in regards to that, let me see also ask a question. Between the architect that's working
Okay,
outside building the house and the person that's also
okay,
using pen in the office working with pen, who get the highest paid?
okay.
Who get the highest paid?
And the system is the architect. Anyway, it's the architect.
Eh?
It's the architect.
Is the architect?
Like, it's
No.
the,
No.
okay,
Let me break it down. See, when I talk about smart work,
Hmm.
everything is designed from the
okay,
office, which is the strategy.
Okay.
Smart work is not you carrying block. It's not you being at the building, but you are here in the office calculating how many block will be enough for that building. How many pack of zinc will be used for the building?
Okay. Okay.
How should
Now
I
I
able to bring
understand.
employees to get what I want? Now, you are the engine room. You are the engine room calculating, and you are the one that is earning the money. And it is the money you release from the office that people outside going to use it to work. So if you don't release the money for them, they're not going to get the money. So you're the one that get the highest paid because you control the money. You are using pen to work, and you are the one issuing the money. So that is why we say pen, working with pen, and they say don't joke with pen. Pen is a smart tools. So when we say overworking this does as productivity, it's not about how long you work that produce result, but how well you can able to utilize, even if it's just 5 minutes. Someone might be in a workplace from morning till night, no result. But someone can walk in within just a second and everything changed. Not communicating. Within few minutes or few seconds, everything changed. So being busy does not always mean getting important things done. Overworking can lead to burnout, mistakes, and low quality result. Number 5, poor feedback mechanisms. Without regular and honest feedback, employees don't know what they are doing well or where they need to improve. So they make it hard for them to grow, adjust, or stay track, leading to slow progress or repeated mistakes. And that is why you need to review every of your staff performance. When you don't review their performance, they don't know whether they're doing well or they need to improve. That is why there's a need for you to review their performance. What are the strategies to improve productivity? I'm almost done. Strategies to improve productivity. 1, cognitive calendar management. Cognitive calendar management. This strategy means planning your work schedule based on when your brain works best, not just when your calendar is free. For example, if you think better in the morning, that is the time to do the deep or important work. Then lighter tasks like answering emails can be saved for later when your energy is what? Lower. So it helps you, your brain, it helps you use your brain wisely. We call it cognitive calendar management. So when you come to office, think of something very deep. While you're doing it, do that within that time. Something deep. Doing that within that time. Then, the one that's a little bit less, transfer it to afternoon. Or anytime you're a little bit less tired or less busy, you can do it. Number 2, collaborating what? Dashboard. Share online space where everyone on a team can see who is doing what, how the team is performing. Now, let us use a platform now. Prof, this is a platform. All of us are working. Look at what he's doing now. You are seeing my job. I am seeing what Prof is doing. This one is seeing what we are doing together. By so doing, we call it a collaborative dashboard. Nobody will feel reluctant. Are you hearing me? It keeps everyone updated on real time and create a sense of shared responsibility. When people know how their work is fit into a bigger picture, they stay more focused and motivated. Number 3, well-being things. These are short weekly meetings or check-in that focus on how employees are feeling, not just about work, but also about their energy levels, mood, and stress. It gives team members a chance to speak up and help managers support them better. When people feel mentally and emotionally balanced, they are more productive. We call it the well-being thing. You call for a meeting. How will you an organization fix meeting once in a month? How will you address some challenges? You say we only have a meeting once in a quarter. Are you okay? So you have meeting once in a quarter. How will you address challenges? Do you know when you have a meeting constantly, it helps the staff or helps the employee be bold. They come up with something and they can share it. And at that point, you can be able to address it and provide solution for it. Number 4, role balancing or rebalancing. It means adjusting workloads based on how much energy or focus someone has at the moment. So if you're already assigned a task and you know that this person does not have much energy again to carry out that duty, please reduce the task. For example, if someone is feeling overwhelmed in the fog zone, you might give them simple tasks. While someone in a high energy state, which is the spark zone, can handle more creative or complex work. This makes sure that people are not overloaded or underused. We call it role rebalancing. So understand your staff, understand the mode of your staff. Look at the term energy the person possesses within that period and know the kind of job you can assign to the person. 5, skill energy board. This is a system where employees are paired or grouped based on how their skill match or complement each other. For example, someone who is good in designing, you can look for someone who is good in writing, both of them match together. So the person that's writing can able to do what? Look at the design the other person is doing. You know, when a proper design come out with a good caption, oh, how beautiful it is. I trained somebody on branding, and the person went ahead and rebrand his business, which is a laundry business. And what is the caption? He said, "You wear it, we wash it." Have you seen communication? You wear it, we wash it. So now you have to look at this key in organization, look for the two party and merge them together. We call it skill energy board. When you look at skill, look at teamwork, look at two people and put them together. Somebody is doing the design, he's good in designing, the other person is good in writing. So the person doing the writing will bring a better caption. When the person designs something that match it, it's a proper communication. In conclusion, managing for productivity is about ensuring that every part of the organization contributes effectively to the overall goals. It involves planning, organizing, motivating, and elevating performance continuously. Organizations that prioritize productivity management are more likely to thrive in competitive environment. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Amazing lecture this morning. And I've really learned, in fact, I've learned so many points in this teaching today because I also, even though I'm not doing a big I'm not running a big organization, but what you've said on this platform, on this section, if every one of us apply it, I'm sure we will be at our high scale of operation. And I really like it. I was biting myself here because I thought that this kind of training, many entrepreneurs, directors, managers should be on this platform. And here we are, only few leaders on this platform learning these important skills. When you're talking about the satisfaction of customers and satisfactions of employees. I laughed because I said, if this kind of lecture can come out of a professor, a doctor from Nigeria, I bet they should be employing him. They should be asking him to come and do the training in every organization. Because these are the things that we overlooked, and we complain that we are not making it. We are complaining we are not making profit. We are complaining that the business is not going far. We are complaining we are not succeeding. And we are looking outside there, seeing other people succeeding, and you didn't know your secret. You didn't know their secret. And guess what? Dr. King David broke it down. In fact, he really nailed it. If people can just understand this particular teaching, and other teachings he's been teaching us, I mean, your organization will rise to higher scales. That even people will be asking you, what have you done? What's your secret? And then you can let them know that I went to YYCI International and Appleton University. I bumped into their Masterclass. And there was Ambassador Dr. King David teaching on these valuable things. I understood it. I grabbed it. I applied it. I'm sure the next question they will ask, who is this Ambassador Dr. King David? Where is his institute? How can I connect with him? I'm sure that will be the question. Let's be realistic. We have all these potentials and we're looking out there. I mean, there's a parable. I mean, there's a wise saying from from my area. They said, what you are looking for in the country of Sokoto, that means there's a country in Nigeria, there's a state in Nigeria called Sokoto. So what you are looking for in that state, you that are in Ogun State, it's right in your pocket, in your Sokoto. I don't know if you hear that. What are you looking for? Whatever you are looking for out there, across the ocean, even in abroad, you have it right there in your doorstep. That is more reason why we need to discover. We discover one another. We discover ourselves. Then you develop. You make yourself better. Then people can see you and see others. I'm so glad that Dr. King David joined us in this diploma course, a masterclass. Ah, wow. It makes me to know him better. In fact, we are going to be working together because he has the quality teaching, just like others. And if you are running business, if you are an entrepreneur, or you are thinking of business, this series that Dr. Kings has really taught us here, I will advise you to grab it and apply it, and the rest will be history. Talking about, so far, he has given us so many bonuses. 5 of our students, if more than that, they learned about how to write a research paper. He taught us on this platform. They took action, and 5 or 6 of them, their research papers has been accepted by Awedu Institute of Business and Management and Leadership. Wow. He also taught us about organizational charts. So if you are thinking of becoming a manager or a director, then you can apply it and then showcase it. It's about us improving ourselves. It's about us improving what we are doing. I mean, we don't take this. We didn't even know that we have this quality when we started this diploma management. I mean, this masterclass. We didn't know, but people have been saying it long time ago that it looks like the great leaders that we normally invite to this, our programs, they are professionals. They deliver and presented professionally. Dr. King David is one of them. So please, this teaching today, do not take it for granted. Apply it and let's hear how you are doing, because I will follow you up in your businesses, in whatever you are doing. Another thing is the assignment that he has shown us today is the best assignment, and we are treating it as presentation. In fact, for every other person that are unable to join us today, we're going to shout it loud. They have to do the assignment. It's very, very important. It is test, it is the exam, it is assignment, it is presentation. Is the best way to round up this section of management and leadership. So I want to seize this opportunity to thank Ambassador Dr. King David for this amazing, amazing job of 3 months, non-stop, every Mondays. The reason why he couldn't come for next week is because he will be in Kigali, Rwanda, conducting amazing leadership conference. You can still join. I think today is 10 days to the conference. You can still join. You can still benefit. Come out of your comfort zone. There are a lot that you can learn. So if you are interested, please contact me and I'll be able to give you all the information quickly, so that you can partake in the conference. There's so many benefits of this conference. It's not about money. It's about what you are going to gain back. In fact, sometimes I'm fighting and say, are you sure this one will cover all the logistic? But he's a caring, concerned leader. It's not after money. It's after delivering quality and excellent service. That in the next 5 years, you will look back and say, thank you for that opportunity. The same conference, if the Americans want to charge you, they will charge you for at least $10,000 to $20,000. I'm not lying. I've been involved in many of them. I know what I'm talking about. So for that chicken change, grab that opportunity and join. The good part of it is that they have both the virtual and the physical. But if you really want to enjoy, you can travel from wherever you are to Kigali and be part of it. And that's the beginning, because it's going to get better and better. Dr. King David is very, very busy. And not only that, in fact, throughout before the end of this year, 2025, he's already scheduled everything from July ending, August, September, October, November, December. So if you manage to miss this one, there's still a lot of conferences and leadership and graduation with studying, graduation with dissertations, graduations with good quality teaching. If you are part of this Ewedu business management and leadership, please come and join us. I am also part of it. And you learn more from Dr. King David. I think that is the way to end my announcement. But you can still throw light into what I have said about the conference coming up, if it's possible for you to quickly do that, because the time is, there's no what they call it, there's no lateness for anybody that wants to join. Just mention it.
Yeah.
And because people are still going to watch this video on YouTube, on everywhere, and they'll be able to capture even within this week and next week, get the information. So if you can tell us more about the conference at Kigali, I will be much appreciated.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Prof. The conference is very simple. One thing we keep telling people, I did one of my article day before yesterday. What I say that there are people who are after choosing titles, positions,
yeah, I saw
confinement
article
without impact. And when it comes to awareness of business management and leadership, they believe in training. I can really proud or to say I'm proud to say that my prof today working with me, immediately started joining Winning Institute, he officially been confirmed from associate professor to professorship. I mean Professor Jude Walker, you should know him.
Yeah, I know.
Immediately, Papa. Because there's a line. So what we do, we ensure that we give the best line of training and practice. And our certificate is not just limited to say only Nigeria. Thank God Prof is already using it in UK. Those in India and other places who are our member, our certificate already spread across. So when it comes to professional certification, they value it, in fact, in Canada, more than BSc, which is bachelor degree, because they believe this BSc degree is all about theory, not practical. But when you get a professional certificate, they believe it's practical, and you might have gone through a lot of training, series of training, write exams, and so on. So that is why in Awareness of Business Management, we have over 6 categories of membership, ranging from student members, so even if you're a student, except those who are in secondary or primary school. But once you're in university, you're a student, you are eligible to become a member, from student membership to graduate membership, associate membership, full membership, fellow membership, to doctoral fellowship. Now, the doctoral fellowship, we don't just give people to apply, but it's based on recommendation from the board and nomination from our existing members to say, okay, this individual social person based on this, based on that is qualified. We can do this confinement on the person. And even before the doctoral fellow confinement is being done, we have over 4 courses that the person needs to learn to be trained to understand what leadership is all about. So that when he or she get the certification, you know that you work for it. It's not just get the certificate and go. So there's a course I developed. We call it leadership member training. In fact, I can quickly share this particular one for you, which is meant to shock you for doctoral fellow. I still have the course with me here. Let me just check and share on this for a second. Okay, I've seen it. Now, let me just share the screen so you can see it. Okay, you look at this course. This is the title. We call it Awareness of Business Management. And you see the course here. Look at it, AIBN 601. Why we call it 601? Because it is a code for the doctoral fellowship. And what's the course title? Special lectures on business leadership and innovation. Special lectures on business leadership and innovation. And look at the duration, 8 weeks, 1 hour per week. So at least before you become a doctoral fellow member of the institute, you should have undergone this training for like 8 weeks. That means you should apply 2 months before confinement or 1 month ahead. If you apply 1 month ahead, then you can attend classes or maybe take the courses that maybe 2 to 3 hours per week. Depends on how fast you can. So you see this material, got it. It's something we develop because we want our leaders to be different. We want doctoral fellows to be different. They represent the institute. So there are certain things they need to learn. It's not about the money per se, but the impact. The impact. Now, another member developed a very important lectures. We call it inclusion in business. You look at it, inclusion in business. So when I try to look at inclusion, that means if you are disabled, we don't limit it to say because you are disabled, we cannot carry you along. So because you are disabled, you have the privilege of being a member, but we do look at it, inclusion in business. So how disabled people can also benefit from our institute. So now talk about this international conference. It's a platform for you to network, to collaborate, to learn, unlearn, and relearn. You learn from policymakers, and by so doing, what I'm seeing so far, in fact, everybody going for that conference are all politicians. And when I talk about politicians, I'm not talking about those who are past, current people serving in government. We have over 7 persons from Bayelsa State House of Assembly coming for that conference. So you can see that everybody wants to build themselves. Now, what we do for students or members, there's a fee we fix for the conference. But for the sake of this, if you need that certificate from the conference as a participant, you can only pay 20,000 naira. If you need certificate from that conference as a participant, the link will be shared to you. You can only pay 20,000 to get a certificate of participation. Then you're ready. We also give opportunity for people. We requesting for business pitch. Your inma can tell when you have a better idea and you can able to pitch your business. Someone might decide to key to say, look, let me sponsor this business idea. So you have a business pitch and you want to showcase, you have my email already, you can send it to my email and that platform will be given to you. Then aside the conference, for those who are ready to become a professional member of the institute, you have my email already. Just send me your CV with your passport and valid ID card. We'll review it and officially give you an admission letter and tell you where you fall under. Then we can take it up from there. Thank you very much and do have a lovely day. Thank you for the wonderful session being with you from the beginning.
Thank you.
And I so much like the class. I appreciate it. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everything. We will release you now to move on to what you're going to do. And we really appreciate everything that you have covered during this time.